Hello, welcome. We are live. Hopefully you can see us. Guess what? We have a new guest, and I need to mute my TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm the Code Coach, Coach Newton. That annoying bus in the background is a Scratch project. We have a new guest, 144. Welcome back, V. We've got Blue Whale. Smile, Blue Whale. It's Saturday, and you're coding. What could be more exciting? Thanks for being here. Welcome. We've got some new viewers, I hope, out there. And even if you're watching or recorded, we're going to create some fun projects in Scratch. I'm going to describe the themes. I may talk fast. You can pause the video at home and then get caught up. But I'm going to explain to you kind of what we're doing. So don't worry if you're like, what is he talking about in Scratch? We've got 3 excellent assistant coaches here. We got some fun themes to cover, and I always go overtime. So trying to keep your parents happy by staying on time. So one of the challenges is in the background you see that I give. It's an open challenge every week. Is in the studio. The Code Bus project is a Scratch project. Now there's a trick to it because the green screen kind of hides it. So 144, I'm going to show you. He created a song for one of his projects. You'll see in the studio is called Singing for Jax Vader or something like that. And then there's one that he made for Blue Whale, which I thought would be kind of cool to share. So you'll notice his Scratch project, the whale is just floating in the screen. So let's play it. Let's play it and let's check this project out.
Blue, 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 whale, 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 blue, 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 whale. SB20 blue whale. SB20 blue whale.
Yay! And the
Blue,
mouth
blue,
closes.
blue, blue.
Awesome. He's got it on repeat. Nice. So he was 144. I've got to applaud you with a couple of projects. There's one also for Jax Vader. So I'm not going to play them all, but check them out in the studio. But I just wanted people to see this is what it looks like. So if you have any kind of character, we learned last week, if it has green in it, it will also disappear. So just be aware of that. So let's get started with how we're doing. So welcome. I'm Coach Newton. We've introduced our guests. Let's get into what is it we're doing today. We are going to be on the scratch.mit site. So what I'll do is I'll kind of show you what it looks like if you are going into Scratch. This is the very kind of beginning screen. This is the what Scratch will look like if you're logged in. So currently I'm logged in as Coach Newton. So if you don't have a login, that's okay. But V, what if you tell us a little bit about the Scratch community guidelines? Just it'd be nice. What do you think here? There are a couple things in there. What should I highlight?
Like you want to be respectful. Not like if somebody's making a new starter project, it's not like, oh, it's so bad, I've made better projects. And you want to be like not very mean to people. Constructive criticism, not just criticism. It needs to help the people who you're talking to.
What would you say about sharing in Scratch?
I would say you have to be kind. Don't just make projects that like insult anyone or that are mean. Be kind when you share projects or comments. Because so with comments, you would want to write a comment that you would like to receive. And with projects, you would like that, like it if you were the one who was seeing it, and then, because if it was mean, you would be like, arg, I wish I didn't see this. But then if it was nice, then you would be like, I can't wait to see another person's project that's just like this.
Yeah, I thanks for all of that. I really appreciate your perspective on it. Yeah, I always like to remind people at the beginning, right? We want to keep it friendly, honest. We welcome, Scratch welcomes all ages, races, ethnicities, religions, abilities, orientations, gender identities. So it is a community, and you are part of the community. So be respectful. I just always like to make sure we point that out. So Welcome to Scratch. We're going to go into what's new segment. Let's see. So we've covered this part. I wanted to show you, this is the studio. So if you've RSVP'd, your parents need to RSVP, you'll get an email the night before that kind of has these links. So here we are in the studio, and here's the comments project. So if you are watching and you want to, say, talk to us, this is the project's comments that we're watching. So I did a little refresh. Let's see if it reloads. And pick up your comments. So this is how we interact with you. So you do need a Scratch account. So there's 144. Hey, Jax Vader's here. Welcome. We got Blue Whale saying hi. So again, if you follow that link, put any questions or comments down here in the project section. And you'll notice you can play this project as well. And there are some resources there. It kind of tells you about adding the comments. But I did put in one of the NASA photographs of Mars with the actual Perseverance rover right in front, which leads us into the theme for this week. There's a starter project also in the studio. This is the studio, and it's called Mars Rover Explores. So this is what we're going to work on today. You'll see a little remix button and some of the credits, and ScratchCat kind of starts on Mars. The other thing I wanted to talk about, this is the Mars website for the Perseverance rover. Oh, did you see that parachute? I can't stop this picture the way it shows in that flight, but there is a secret message in the coding of the stripes of the parachute. And the internet solved it, so try not to look up the answer, but if you're really into puzzles, there is a message that NASA embedded in the parachute stripes. So it was a big news thing this week, people trying to crack the code, right? And there's the GIPHY of it. So if you kind of look at that pattern, you'll notice that there is some unique differences there, and you have to kind of decode it. And one of the key goals of the NASA mission is astrobiology. So there really is this search for microbial life. That's really what the rover's trying to search for. So if you ever hear of biology and astrobiology, I just wanted you to be aware of that community in NASA. So this is just a resource I wanted to share. The other one that's also, these are links that are in the YouTube. The YouTube video has these links down below in the comments. This one here I thought was really cool, is a 3D model that you can play with. You can kind of zoom in. You can turn the rover any direction and play with it. I'm zooming in on some of it. So I just thought this is an incredible resource that if you ever wanted to really explore the different pieces and look at it. And then also if you wanted to use it for what we're going to do today is to capture a unique image that you want to put into Scratch. And another resource that I like to share at the beginning is the Scratch team makes some incredible videos. Zinnia, Zoe, she's Zinnia on Scratch. They showed how to make a scrolling background in Scratch. So I'm going to try to use some of that tutorial today, but I just wanted to say thanks to the Scratch team and Zinnia for that tutorial. And again, the link to their Scratch team tutorials, they kind of pop them out once in a while, are great resources. So how about we go ahead and start coding. All right, so if you're scratching along with us for the first time, this is what your screen is going to look like. This green button over here, Remix, click Remix, and you get a copy of the project. So what I did this week for the theme was there are a couple things there. You'll notice down here in the sprites, there are 4 different sprites. And then there are images in the stage. So let's take a look at 144. When you start a project, what did you start with? Like, what would you explore here? I'm going to ask you, V, and then Blue Whale. Like, where would you start? If you had a remix like this, what is it you would be doing first?
If I had a remix like that, I would first drag over you always start with one clicked.
The green flag event? This one here?
Yep. One-clicked green flag, go to front layer, and then show.
Okay, so you like going to layers. Let's see. So that's a looks command. And you have to scroll down, and you say go to front layer.
And then go to blank blank, or go to 00 or anything.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, V, how about you? I wanted to show people, if you look at this sprite, I've picked the cat sprite. I like that. Thanks, 144. If I look at the costumes, there are 2 costumes. I like to try to animate the scratch cat and have it walk on the surface of the Mars. So what do you say, V? How would you start with that? I know you're kind of coding a lot. A loop?
So you could like do when flag clicked, go to front layer like 144 said, and then you could have a repeat switch costumes and then have a little bit of wait.
Okay, so let's see. Couple of things. So let me go to looks, and there's next costume. So this does a next costume. Then there's a little bit of a wait. This is a control block. We're going to wait. What do you like to wait? 0.1? I like to do like 0.1.
Yeah, 0.1.
Okay, now this will wait. Now the only thing is once you start moving a sprite, we're going to have it not just animate. Let's try this in the forever loop. Let's try this. Give it a try. Click the green flag. So there he is. He kind of looks like he's walking. I like that animation. Now, something I wanted to do is, how about we make him move across the screen kind of like he's walking on the planet, but slowly turning. So he's like walking on the surface of Mars. So what would you say, Blue Whale? What would you do with that? What do you think? Oops, sorry, Blue Whale. Can you hear me, Blue Whale? Oh, okay. You're still muted, so we haven't heard you. Oh, say that again?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. What would you do next for like making the cat, scratch cat start moving?
I would do a bunch of, like I'd do a rotate, maybe 2 degrees and move forwards 2 steps.
Oh, wow. I like that. You know, that's exactly very close to what I was trying when I was playing with it last night. So you'll notice she recommended a turn. So since you can turn left or right, that's a motion command. There's a move. So you said 2. I like to experiment. And 2. Now the only thing is, as soon as you start moving a sprite, what do you need to do at the very beginning of your program? Because that means the scratch cat's going to be all over the place. How about putting it to a starting location? What do you think?
Yeah, you should put it at a starting location so that it'll go back there every time.
Got it. So this is the coordinate on the screen, the actual area where the program will run. And what's nice is Scratch kind of updates the coordinate. It tells you, look, in the X direction, they give you little arrows here. It's at minus 188. And in the Y direction, it's positive 65. But guess what? What's really nice is Scratch updates the motion commands with those coordinates already here. So there it is. Go to that location. So we have to tell a computer, go to the front layer, go to that location before you start doing these movements. So let's try it. So we have a next costume. We do a turn. How about we move after the next costume? So you'll notice I'm putting all of these commands inside the forever. Let's try it. There's nothing can go wrong here. There goes the walk. Ooh, all right, Blue Whale, what would you do? It's turning faster than I thought. Now, it depends if you want the scratch cat doing it. I wanted a slower turn. So I'm going to go, like now if I click the green flag, but guess what? What's our problem? It went to the green flag. It did go to the starting location, but look what happened. He's upside down.
It's pointing in the wrong direction.
Yeah, so how do we fix that? I like it. We fix it. Can we do it in motion?
You go on to point in direction 90 and then have it point in any direction that you want.
Ooh, so there it is. It's a motion. It's kind of an interesting command because I would have thought it's in looks, but it's actually in motion telling you what direction it's pointing at. And here it is. Now there's a 90, so if I click on it, that was my 90, but that's not where it started. So rather than typing the number, you can click in the number and kind of use this directional arrow to kind of set. And I think I was using 45. So I don't know, let's try 45. There we go. So now we've given the computer not only where to go on the screen, but to make sure it points in that direction. And let's try a turn of 1 degree and give that a try. Oh, I like that a little better. There's Scratch Cat walking on Mars at the start of the program. All right, now I'm going to stop it because we put it in a forever loop. So maybe what I'll do is if you don't want the Scratch Cat doing it forever, I just want you to say you can see that you can do a repeat and you could do it fewer times. So if I take all of that code, I'm going to make it so we can not do it forever and the Scratch Cat eventually stops. So I'll repeat maybe 100 steps. There we go. Okay. All right, so we've got the Scratch Cat moving. I'm going to stop that. We haven't explored the Perseverance rover. If I click on it, do you want to explain 144? Why is it not there? I click on it. Why do we not see it? Actually, as I click, you see this blue square kind of appear on the screen.
So why you don't see it is because you clicked hide when you made it. So then you have to click show to show it.
Boom, there it is. There's Perseverance, just like that. Click a button and it lands. Not that easy if you've seen the video, right? Let's see if I did the same. Now, I put Curiosity on here as well. Let me center this and zoom in. So if you do show, there's Curiosity. Now, I put that as an option for people that join the stream and want to play with Curiosity. The reason I like this one is I'll show you. You notice I'm picking the different sprites here. Look at the number of costumes that are part of this image. So Curiosity has 101 costumes. So you have many costumes to choose from in Curiosity. So to me, I wanted to make our rover explore the surface of Mars. And then look at this. I have a sprite. This is based on the Scratch Team's video showing you how to have a scrolling background. So if I do a show on that, you'll notice it has, I think I have 6 costumes that I created. Yep, 6 different costumes from Mars. And if I click on each one, it kind of scrolls towards that crater. So these are real images that NASA shared during the landing of the Perseverance rover. So this is here as a sprite on purpose because we're going to practice scrolling. And then if you look at the stage, I just want to show people that are new. If you're clicking on the stage, then go up here to backdrops. You'll notice it's not costumes anymore. If I click backdrops, I have stars, the Mars surface that you've seen. Now this is another one I wanted you guys to help me out with. So this is a map of the actual, hold on, I'm going to make my screen a little bit, surface. And that green dot there, you can zoom in on it like this. That is actually where the rover landed. And then I wanted you to just have this image because then we can use it as a background. And look at this next one. It shows different pieces of where things landed. So there's the rover. This is an actual picture. They show like the parachute and where different pieces are. So these are in your backdrops. So your Scratch project can start with the approach to Mars. And then once it's landed, we're going to code the rover so it can kind of go and explore. So we need to start changing our backdrops over time. So let's go to the code. So V, what do you suggest then? So you notice, right, I'd like to have a project where we start, approaching Mars. I'm going to hide the surface sprite because what I realize is it's kind of, I'm going to hide that. It's kind of hurt. There's our approach to Mars. I'm going to hide the rover for now, and I'm going to hide Curiosity.
What you could do, I guess, would be like change size and make it bigger so that it looks like you're approaching it closer.
So how else could you change the size of the image? Could we make a copy and zoom in on it?
You could make a copy and slowly like enlarge it a little bit and make multiple copies and then slowly run them.
Let's do that. Okay, so you'll notice I like that idea, and it's a good skill to learn in Scratch to just practice if you ever have an image and you want to have this effect of zooming in on something. So you'll notice I went to the Mars approach and I right-clicked, and there are 3 options. So I'm going to duplicate once. Okay, so this is my first image. Now I want my second one to be zoomed in a little more. So I draw a big box around it. I'll zoom out and kind of grab the corner and make it a little bigger. So we're kind of creating a couple images. So you'll notice here's the first picture, here's the second picture. So now I'm going to duplicate the second picture after I've grown it and do the same thing, right? So I'm just going to do a couple here. I'm going to do them kind of fast, just so people see the idea. So now I have 3. 1, 2, 3. There's our approach. I'm going to just do 4. What do you think, V? So I'm duplicating here.
Yeah, the more you do, the more smoother to look.
Yeah, exactly. So again, the artwork in coding takes time, but this is to kind of show the ideas of how you can animate it. Let's see. It's only kind of letting me go a certain amount. Oh no, did I lose it? There you go. I'm going to stop there and recenter it. And you notice I'm always trying to center it. So let's see, this is what it looks like if I don't have it in code. Oh, I like that. It slowly comes in. So let's go to the code. Let's tell the computer to do that, right? We need a green flag event. We need to tell it to use which backdrop first.
Wait, but wouldn't we wait a little bit because the Scratch Cat is just roaming around right now?
Yes, good idea, good idea. So I go to control. How long should I wait? I didn't time how long Scratch Cat's doing its walk. Let's take a look at what it does. Here's a loop of 100. That's a little long. I'll shorten that to what, like just 20? And then he says something.
You don't have to time it. Maybe you can just do a broadcast block.
Excellent. I like that.
So that it changes when it's broadcasted.
Just later.
There we go.
Later.
Oh, I had here. Okay, so you said use messages. Anybody know how to do that? Let's see. Here we are in events. Broadcast a message. What should we call it?
Change backdrop of Mars.
How about I say Mars? Let's see. You said change backdrop of Mars. Okay, that's the name of this message. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that at the end of the Scratch Cat's walk. So after it does like these 20 steps, it says hello. I wanted to have it say welcome to Mars or something like that. What do you think? Zoom it
Maybe
to the
Scratch
top.
Cat could say, intruder alert, intruder alert.
All right, let's say intruder alert for 2 seconds, and it broadcasts the backdrop of Mars changing. So now we're going to go back to the stage. Let's see if we've got any comments. Anybody have any questions? You can definitely put it in the chat. Yay, SP20 Fox is here. Swift Parker is here. Yay. I want to share it. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll open up the studio. If you create your projects today, I ask people to put stuff that you're working on a Rover animation. It's almost done. I will open up the studio. And I believe some of you, hey, Audrey Dog's here. Some of you that were here last week, I did send you invites. There's Prodigy. We've got 144 live with us. So thanks for joining. We've got Fox on our iPad. Check your messages. You'll have a message with an invite from me. I'm not sure if Swift Parker animation yours is. I'll open it up so you can add your project because I'd love to see your Rover animation as well. And SP20 Fox had done one of our green screen challenges before, so thanks for joining today. All right, I'm going back to the code. So we're starting, instead of waiting, so this is the trick. So rather than trying to time things, I like that. We can use the messaging to say, you know what, I want my stage to start with this one. So I still do need that green flag. But the timing of when I change to the backdrop is based on the message. So it says when I receive change of backdrop Mars, then we'll switch to the new backdrop. Switch backdrop 2. And which one is it? I think landed site full res. I think it's that one. Let's test it. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's where it is. So then our rover is going to be right there on the surface of Mars. And we have a little bit of animation, right? Because remember we created a couple Mars images. So how many did we create? We created 4, I think. So I'll repeat 4 times, going to the next backdrop. And then we needed to go back to the first one. Can't wait to see what people are creating. Sorry, I'm going to need to shrink this. I try to make the blocks really large so people can see. All right, Blue Whale. What do you recommend? Or are you working on a separate Mars one? Did you do a remix? I'd love to hear kind of like what your ideas are that you're playing with.
No, I'm still working on it. So, but
Sweet.
I
Okay, I'm trying a little bit similar to what you're doing. You notice I did this first. I have this little, since we start on the image we wanted, then we go to the next backdrop. And I only made 4, and I do that 4 times. Then I say now go back. Actually, I might wait a little bit longer. I guess we're done then, right? I guess I'm not going to, I thought I would maybe repeat that animation, but I guess we don't need to. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, V, that looked pretty good, right? Like approaching Mars. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That wasn't too bad. If we do 1 second, it still seems like it went to the wrong. Oh, I guess I only have 4 total. Yeah, okay. Oh, I like all your suggestions. So it looks like we're getting in closer. And then should the Scratch Cat hide?
Yes, the
This is
Scratch
him
Cat
walking
can
on the
probably
surface?
hide because it's just zooming into Mars.
Yeah, and then this is the full site res. We're going to use this image. Let me see which backdrop. I want to make sure I pick the right backdrop. There's this one, the landing site, and there's this one. So we want to go to the landing site. So I'm going back and forth in the code. Let me check which one this is. Yeah, I think that's right. This is the other one is the one that shows where the parachute and different parts are. So if you're creating some code where it's exploring more of the surface, I just wanted you to have both backdrops to work with because I know everybody's kind of creating their own versions. So let's check it out full screen. What do you think? Let's see what it looks like so far. There's our scratch cat. We're approaching Mars. It says intruder alert. I'm going to switch. I think we end up accidentally going to too many far backdrops. There we go. I'm just testing. There's intruder alert. Okay, and then I'm going to have the scratch cat hide. What do you think? Says
Yeah, you should hide this.
Right, so he says intruder alert, say 3 seconds. So if you hide your character at the very beginning, don't forget to do a show. Okay, now the Perseverance rover appears. So it was hidden in the beginning, and we need to drag it to that middle site. So sometimes I like to just type the numbers in. I know this will put it in the very middle of the screen, 0, 0, and there he is. So when this thing starts, he hides, but remember he'll appear when the message is received that says, hey, go to the backdrop for Mars. So you'll notice now I'm programming the Perseverance rover. So if we play it from the very beginning, we've got our scratch cat. We're approaching Mars, and it goes intruder alert for a couple seconds, and then he disappears. And there's the rover. So now let's code the rover to move smoothly. Let's see if there's any questions in the comments. Anybody have any questions or comments? Oh, Jax Vader already shared. Keep working on it. Oh, we've got random top hat here. No worries, no worries. Yeah, if your iPad was, I think you fixed it. Nice. I'm glad you fixed it. Oh, we got Debbie Jones. Yay! Nice, thanks, Gibo. Thanks for joining. Yeah, awesome. Don't worry, random top hat. Glad you made it. We've been remixing the Rover Explorers 2. We did a remix, and just be aware that as a recap, we have different sprites that are hidden, and we were just coding for the Perseverance to show up after the Scratch Cat kind of walks. So the Scratch Cat is a Martian. It says intruder alert, and he disappears. And now we're going to code the Perseverance rover to start exploring the surface here. I might make him a little smaller. You can change the size here. Let's see if he's a little smaller, because I want to be able to have him kind of ride around and maybe go off screen as well. So let's do some smooth motion. And let me show you, let's see, I'm not going to use a curiosity for now, but I just want people to see. These are nice because the curiosity is pointing in different directions. So one of the things I wanted to do in today's coding is to kind of have your sprite move and point in the direction that you're having it move. So I'm going to use a forever loop that then keeps checking for our key presses. This is the way I'm going to do it this time. I like to do it different ways, but what we're going to do is we're going to check for an event. And this is a sensing event. And what we're doing is we're checking for the sensing if a certain key is pressed. So if you want to program, I'm going to use arrows to move my rover. And you could use WASD, whatever keys you'd like to use, you can program it. But I'm going to use arrows. And then I need something that says the computer needs to check. It says if somebody's pressed the key. So you'll notice that's a control block. So if a key is pressed, you'll notice these shapes fit, right? And right now it says false. I'm going to put that inside that shape. And the reason I'm doing it once is I'm going to duplicate these blocks once I've got it set up. So if my up arrow is pressed, now I'm going to right click and you'll notice I see duplicate. So this is a quick way because I'm going to have 4 directions. Duplicate, 1, duplicate, 2. And before I attach it, duplicate one more time. There we go. Okay, so what are my 4 directions? I've got up arrow, I'm going to pick down arrow, I'm going to go to the right, and I'm going to go to the left. So the computer is now checking, did someone press the up arrow? I want you to do something. Somebody press the down arrow, the right arrow, and the left arrow. So now we have to tell the computer what to do. We want the rover to move up if someone pressed the up arrow. Well, that's a motion, right? And what coordinate would you say V is up? Or blue whale, help me out with the directions, blue whale. Up would be which direction? Change X or Y?
Y.
Y, okay. And how about for down? X or
Down
Y?
would be change Y by -10.
Negative. Now I'm going to make it smoother, so let's do -5. 5 and up 5? And what about left and right, Blue Whale? What do you say? What do I change?
X.
X change. What do you like to use for movement? Do you use 5 and minus 5? Or do you use something bigger to make it jump more?
I usually use 20.
20. Okay. Let me see what 5 looks like. I think 20 will make my rover jump really far. And you'll notice what I'm doing is I need the computer to continuously check this. What? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I was talking in front of you. But
Yeah.
for me, I usually games. Like if it's a fast-paced game, I do 10 to 15. But if it's a slower game, then I usually do 5 to 10.
All right. So here's my 5. This is 5. Whoops. Let me go full screen so you can see what it looks like. There's 5. Let me check the studio. We've got a couple projects already. Sweet. Gimo, Jax Vader. Yeah, add these here. Even if you're not a curator, and what I mean by that is right in here, you'll see we have curators. These are curators. Now, I've invited more people. Again, check your messages. That would be up in here. You would have received an invitation last week if in the comments you said, hey, can you make adding a background, right, to these projects. Ooh, there's Swift Parker animation. Sweet, there's one. Nice. All right. Let me finish. I wanted to show a couple more tracing, then I'm going to start playing some of these to see what people are creating. I love it. I love it. Okay, so here, so far we have, let me close the full screen. We have the setup. We have the movement. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of zoom out and kind of just move these blocks out of the way. So we have our movement, and I'm going to do an equals, clean up blocks. I did a right click and then an equals. It kind of lines it all up nicely. So if you're ever you have a lot of code and you're trying to figure out what to do, the other thing you can do is over here, a little secret, is a lot of people don't realize you can click in this little corner here and give yourself more coding space. So it's slightly blue. It's next to this. So I'm going to give myself some more coding space so people can see what we're doing a little better. And then when we want to check it out, we'll move it. Now, one of the things I'd like to do is to have the rover plot where you've gone. So V, what do you suggest for that? Like I want it to like leave a trail so somebody could see as you've driven it around. Were you an efficient driver? We could create a game where you only have so much fuel to drive in a day, and then you can start creating objectives to get to the fuel. So what would you suggest like for doing that?
Like I think maybe you could have like make a second sprite, like a red line, and have it like literally on top of the rover and to always go to the rover, but like stamping wherever it's going.
Okay, stamping. Let's use that idea because it definitely requires extensions. We haven't talked about extensions before. I was thinking instead of stamping the line, how about drawing? Pen. Have you used the
rover
have
can
you
draw a line on its
have you
own.
used the pens? I was just thinking the pens. I like your stamping idea, but that's another way to do it. That's what I like. There's multiple ways. I was just going to have it draw a line underneath it. So let's introduce people to extensions. Down here in Scratch, if you click this little plus, this is where you go in the music, pens, the video sensing we're going to experiment with next week. We're going to do some of the special new blocks, text to speech, translate. Lots to learn here. We're going to use the pen extension. So I added an extension here, and you'll notice when you add an extension, suddenly you have new blocks. So 144, have you used extensions before, or is that new?
I've used extensions.
Which ones have you used? Do you know? Like, there are a lot of different ones.
I've used all of them, but some of them I don't have. Like, I don't have the Lego Mindstorms, and I don't have the Sensing and Lego Boost, and yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's good because we can use these first 5 without any extra hardware. So we'll do that in the weeks. I added the pen extension. So what that does is, V, what color should I use? By adding these new blocks.
I think red would stand out.
Ooh, I like that. Set pen color 2. So we're going to pick a color, super red. Ooh, yeah. So I set the pen color. When do we want to put it down? I guess anytime it moves, it starts drawing.
Yeah.
Right? Or actually right away the pen goes down, right? So let's set the pen color. So it does hide the sprite, but if you're at home trying this, what you can do is there's a command called pen up. So we could say first thing it does is the pen is up off the computer. You pick a color, and then we decide when do we want to put the pen down. So how about only when it changes the background to Mars, then the pen goes down? Because then the rover appears. What do you think?
Yeah, that would work.
That works. Let's give it a try full screen. Let's see. Here's our project. Scratchcat starts moving. We're approaching Mars. Intruder alert. And now I'm driving. Oh yeah, look at that. It leaves a little trail.
I think you should make it a little bit thicker.
The line thicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Okay, so let's see. There are commands for that. Yeah. Change pen size. There we go. What do you want to try? What's 100 do? Let's see what 100 does. Well, if you ever wanted to create a paint application, this is how you do it. You make the line size 100. Now let's try something. If I restart it, now what's happened here? Like, if I try to restart my program, how do I fix that V? I've got a big red blotch in my program now.
Like when you do it, then when green flag clicked, clear all. Or erase.
There it is,
yeah.
Erase all. So in the very beginning, whenever you start, erase all. All right, what pen size? Obviously 100 was not too good. There's a big blotch.
Like 20?
20. Let's give that a try. Let's see, try. Let me stop the code. It didn't seem like it took it. Hold on. Oh, change by. So I made a mistake. I said change by 20 instead of set the size. So every time I clicked it, it was increasing it by 20. Found some bugs. Nice. Okay. There we go. Let's see if your 20 works. I like it. Intruder alert. Why is it so large? Oh, there's the 20. That's funny. The big red blotch stayed from before. Isn't that odd? It should have done an erase. Now what I'm realizing is the rover is not always appearing in the same place. So let's make him go to the middle, because this is his landing spot on Mars. So we should put in a motion, go to a certain location, 0, 0, since we're moving him around, at the very beginning of the program. Okay. What do you think so far? We haven't even done the scrolling, so I know we're like running out of time. So I want to share people's projects. But this is what we have so far. We've got Scratchcat on Mars. It says intruder alert. And then as I drive the rover, there's the 20. We could plot a map, and we could create obstacles that if you make the rover's path cross, like so for example, suppose I wanted to go around this spot, we could put an obstacle there that if it touches that spot, the rover gets kind of stuck, because hopefully the real rover won't. There we go. kind of like that. You could create a game out of that for sure. The rover goes off screen. Okay, let's check out. What do you think about checking out some projects from people? Let's see what we've got. I've opened it. Oh, Audrey Dog's got one in there. Yay! Let's see, Gimo. So I'm going to go in order of the ones that are there. Let's see. There's that one, Mars Rover Explorers. Let me do one thing as well. So those of you that want to, see this program, if you want a copy of the code, I am logged in as WA20BAT. You'll notice I share. So those of you that are new to Scratch, I click that orange share button and it goes to this project is now shared. And you can put instructions for your program. So later I'll put in here like use the arrow keys to move. But it's not in the studio yet. So if you want to add to the studio and you're a curator, you click add to studio and you pick the studio, Saturday Morning Code. These are some other studios this student is a part of. And I put it in there. So that way, people that want to get a copy of it and just look at what we did, that's my, oh, it's saved with all the red lines. Oh, and 144's got a nice green line as well. Awesome. I don't know what Hasmonaut, oh, I don't know if Hasmonaut's actually online here. That's the problem. When you open up a studio that anybody can share, I sometimes get random scratchers putting in projects, so I'll go through and delete them once in a while. So let's start with Jax Vader. Hopefully you're still online. Let's see, are you ready? I'm going to check comments really quick. New iPad, he didn't like sharing. You got your own. Yes, Coding got SP20 Fox, her own iPad. Nice. Well, she's definitely been coding for a long time. It feels like a long time, probably not that many months, but already she's got her setup. She's got a green screen. She is ready. She is ready. Oh, Hasmonaut is here. Is a 360 car stroller. Hey, thanks for joining. Hello. I'm going to say hi. Well, that's me, WA20BAT. And Audrey Dog's got hers. It's a news report. Okay, all right, awesome. Anybody else? Random Top Hat, are you putting yours in? I don't know what we're doing. Come on, Random Top Hat, you can do it. A remix, you know, we're doing remix. That's okay. That's all right. Don't worry. I'm just glad you're here. Watch along and give us some, keep up your cool comments. But yeah, we were remixing the Mars Rover project, and I'm going to start sharing here some of these. I want to see some of the different ones. So yeah, awesome. Here we go. Indie Pigs. All right, Jax Vader's first. Loading. Any instructions? Remix. Let's go full screen. Nothing tells me to move. Here we go. There's Scratch Cat cruising along the surface. Vroom, vroom. Oh, he went to the nice map that shows where the parachute is. Oh, there goes the rover already cruising around. Go Perseverance. It's going to the heat shield. That would be a cool game. We have images here. You could have it so in the game you have a limited amount of fuel and time to collect the parachute back shell. Check out where the descent stage, check for microbial life there, and then pick up the heat shield. So already this gave me a great idea. Nice job, nice job. I like that. I'm going to give it a heart and a like. So yeah, as you're checking out each other's projects, please give people feedback on them. It's always nice to kind of see some feedback from people, what they like, their ideas of how they would change it. Nice, Jack. Let's see. Gimo. Let's check out Gimo's. Nice. Anything instructions? Work in progress. Yeah, I always put this in. I'm glad you put this in here, Gimo. Thanks a lot. To me, creating is a nonstop work in progress. So a lot of people are shy about sharing. So I always want to make sure you're encouraging others and you feel encouraged yourself to share works in progress. Because as you notice, it's a nonstop creative thought process. Ooh, he's in space. Then he gets to Mars. Oh, I like that you included the stars one as the part of the start too. Ah, you're still working on it. Nice. Yeah, so I like that. You kind of have in the very beginning, it starts with the stars. So I like that you notice I had that background in there. Good job. Yeah, because I was thinking about that as well. It's like you start with the stars and you could have an intro screen in the stars. And then you approach Mars, and we did some cool with V's ideas of zooming in on the surface. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Thanks for sharing that in the studio. We've got, let's check out Swift Parker animation. Animation's part of your name. Not finished, no worries. The wheels are hard to animate. I'll do them later. Well, let's check it out. I got some credits. Oh, so there were some others. So this is also cool. When you use images or content from others. Oh, you put my name in there for the idea. Oh, look at this. So you give credits on where things came from and then like what did you add to a project. So if you do remixes, one of the rules in Scratch is don't just do a remix and then share it as yours. You should put in the notes and credits. What did you change in it? What did you do to make it, personal to you? So this is really important. I appreciate Swift Parker putting this in there. Let's go full screen. Whoa.
Confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars. Ready to...
Awesome. That's the audio recording of NASA as they were like saying, we've landed, and everyone cheering. Yeah, I get goosebumps thinking about it. What a great animation. Do you see like it's a view of it approaching the surface with the great colors too. Great job. I like it. What do you think, 144? Let's see.
I think whoever made that, they put a lot of effort into that because it's hard to make a 3D scrolling animation.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, so Hasmonaut's here. Let's see, use the AWST. All right, so this one's got a game that's kind of scrolling. It's not our Mars one, but it's not based on Mars, but this gives me an idea. I've got the, R to go back. Okay, so R is like a reset. What I like about this project is, it's steering. It's going this way. Does the car move? So what I would like to do with this is check out the code. I'll notice that if the car is pointing a certain way, he's got a background screen. So I definitely will spend time looking at how did Hasmonaut kind of make the background super glidey. And I'd love to put a rover and use that code idea for steering the rover, right? And avoiding objects. So that's where, to me, sharing ideas kind of helps. Here's the news report from Audrey Dog. Thanks, Hasmonaut. Audrey Dog here. It's a news report. Scratch Cat, the first cat in space, is here with the news along with an unseen news reporter. Follow him as he shows you real footage and tells you facts about himself. And Katherine Johnson. Yes, we celebrated Katherine Johnson last week. She was a wonderful NASA contributor, NASA mathematician, Black History Month celebration component as well. She was an awesome contributor to a really inspiring person. There goes Scratch Cat. I like that you put an astronaut helmet on Scratch Cat. Hello. Welcome to Mars. The first cat in space.
Now, Scratch, as the first cat in space, what have you loved most about observing Mars?
Katherine Johnson is my idol. Very brave. I love learning about the planets. Whoa.
Wow, Scratch Cat, that's amazing. Now, listen up. Coming up next, some new photos that were actually taken real life from the one and only Scratch Cat and his camera footage.
That is great. I love it. I love it. That is awesome. What a great way. Think about how this project that Audrey Dog's created really helps people learn a lot about NASA using the pictures. It's like you can learn from her project. Great job. All right, 144. Let's see what you got. Here we go. Code launch.
Just so you know, it goes super slow
Whoa,
because I
nice.
wanted to get you so you could get complete accuracy in drawing. So
Ooh. You've got a very no, I like it. That was one of the ideas I had too, is to actually have it by moving it really slowly. You have total control to see where it goes. Oh, I like this. Yeah, awesome. Great, great, great. I love all the different ideas. Great. I love the news. I love the scrolling. We got all sorts of great ideas here. What? Dimitron is here. I didn't even know he was on. He wasn't on the comments. You should be able. Oh, good. I'm glad you made it. Awesome. Let's see. Let's check it out. I'm gonna skip this online one, 144. Okay. I'm sharing the Mars one for now. I will look at that one later if that's okay. Use up, down, and right. All right. Trudon. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. I think I am. Good to see you again. Oh, got the scratch cat. Disappears. Oh, did I do something wrong? Oh, aliens! Yikes! Wait, how do I do up and down? I'm trying left and right. Was it spacebar? Did I miss something in the instructions? Wait, what did I miss? Use up, down, left, and right. Oh, it might still be work in progress. Because I am moving up and down arrows. Am I doing the WA? Yep. All right, so I think it's a work in progress. Oh, I love the integration of these images and aliens. And he used my Mars surface image from NASA as well. Sweet. He's got the pen. So definitely works in progress. I love it. Nice. Thanks for joining today, too. I appreciate it. Wow, we got a lot of people learning together here. I'm going back. He's got his own studio. Hey, we do have to wrap up. I can't believe it. It's a lot of fun. I want to thank 144 for joining. Sorry, we lost Blue Whale. She needed to go earlier today. V, are you there? Please, I wanted to say thank you very much. 144 is a new guest coach. Oh, good. Thanks for joining today and all your help. All of you watching at home, thanks. Sorry to the parents for going over. You can always watch previous episodes next Saturday. We got the next 4 Saturdays, and maybe I'll go past into April as well. Hope you're having fun learning something. If your parents have a question, send it to Code On. To get advanced information, make sure your parents RSVP. And I sent an email the night before the Saturday broadcast. I need special permission if you'd like to be an assistant coach, like we have 144 and V and Blue Whale. I want to give people a chance to come and say hi on the show and share, but I do need permissions for that. Stay well, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
bye.
Bye.